But yeah, this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
We have a podcast.
We have a
Quite funny.
podcast, and we have started a podcast.
Yeah. We're just missing one person,
Yeah.
which is Zach.
Yeah.
So it would be good to
The
have.
main man isn't even in the building.
He's currently the other end of the UK taking pictures of like a cafe. But,
Yeah.
You know,
Trusted us enough to start a podcast.
somehow.
Yeah.
Who would trust us to start?
Two
a podcast?
Joshes on a poddy. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That's true. Actually, when we introduce ourselves, we just have to say something a bit different
Yeah.
because we both got the same fucking name.
Yeah, that's the problem. I keep getting clotted by this bloody plant, mate.
Do you want to move the plant back a bit?
Yeah, I might. Just give me a minute. That'll do. I was gonna say, I just kept feeling this thing on the back of my neck, just scratching my neck. So what's the plan then?
In terms of,
Logic.
well, I mean, we've made this area that we're sat in now.
It is
I'm sat
absolutely
behind
sick.
it,
It is
looks
really
insane.
cool.
You know, I mean, having a massive mezzanine extended, so you got a full separate 2 floors. You got, you know, an office, a vinyl curtain room. You got the cafe and the slash sort of work area, and you got like a big seating area with a wall-mounted TV and stuff. It's quite a cool place to be.
Yeah.
So in terms of like events and sort of hosting people, it's sort of leveled up Logic as a whole.
Yeah.
I think.
I think the amount of hours which have been put into this unit alone is incredible.
Yeah, a lot of time has been put in, mostly by
Like a lot of us,
ourselves.
like me, Zach, you,
Yeah,
Paul, for example,
yeah,
Paul's brother.
yeah.
This stud wall and the walls and everything which we've built, we have never done before.
Mhm.
And for people to come in on that, like the Obath event,
Yeah,
people to come in here and be
Look
like,
around.
wow,
yeah,
this is like sick.
yeah,
It's just really nice.
yeah. Credit goes out to the people that have actually put the effort in.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just me, you, and Zach.
No, it's everyone else,
Yeah.
like everyone else who supported over
people.
socials and everything.
Yeah,
It's-
people sharing it all over the place. People coming in, helping us put roof tiles in.
Yeah, that was such a pain.
Ordering pizzas in for everyone. It's
Yeah.
just like, it was quite good.
It's been really
Yeah.
homely, and the vibe in here is so chill. Like
It is actually. It almost, this area we're sat in now almost feels like a home lounge.
it does. It's
then-
really comfy.
Once we've set the unit up to be an event, it all of a sudden becomes a chill out area for people to
Yeah.
have conversations about their cars, whether it's sort of a Bath, MX-5, supercars. It doesn't matter.
Just anyone.
Bikes.
Yeah, just for example, the Abath event. We had everyone downstairs talking about their cars,
Yeah.
and everyone socialized so well. Like, it's weird to see at like a studio like this, people wanting work done and talking to each other about certain aspects of each other's cars.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the car we had downstairs on the ramp that had been in before and had work done, and people hadn't seen that car before.
No, they
and the
haven't.
amount of people which are like, oh, could we get this done? Could we get that done? Is quite
Yeah,
cool
we
to
got
see.
so many inquiries from that just one event, and
Yeah.
you know, it's good because then you start building up a relationship with people.
Yeah, and other owners clubs and things
I like
that.
the fact that people come in here, they like the brand,
Yeah,
so people love the logo.
yeah,
People love the way we're building and putting the unit together, you know, with the lights and the brand is like, you know, sort of black, white and that sort of goldy yellow
yeah.
that's sort of there. And when you put everything together, it just looks really good.
It is really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad
We
that
should all
people
be,
like it.
yeah. We're proud of us, like how it's come about, to be fair.
We're not far off
To
finishing.
think that November, this was essentially upstairs was empty. There was nothing here.
Yeah,
It was a balcony, and that's it.
last November there was literally, it was just a mezzanine with a metal railing on it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, them metal railings, you should have seen me and Zach trying to get them out. It was so funny.
Oh, I wasn't.
They were like the width of the unit. The
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
thing's
yeah.
the width of the unit, and trying to get them out was a pain. It was so funny. But yeah, there's big plans for this place. Like, we're not even finished.
No.
We're nowhere near finished for up here, and just in general. Like, the plans for this year is incredible.
Mhm.
We just need
Yes.
to release dates and everything.
Yeah, it's really going to grow. I think it's going to grow quite quickly.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see.
You know, it would just be nice to see cars rolling in and out of here all the time. You know. And,
Yeah, keeping everyone busy and
Yeah,
keeping work coming through your door.
I don't just mean supercars either. I mean like cars,
yeah,
bikes,
anything, yeah.
modded cars, and even normal cars. Whatever people want to
Yeah.
look after, we can look after it.
I think that's a lot of a lot of people don't understand that detailing isn't just high-end cars.
No, it's not.
Like we've had a couple of cars recently. They haven't been high-end cars,
No.
but they're still really nice to work on.
Mhm.
And to see the transformation from a car which is covered in dog hair
Yeah.
and covered in mud
Mm.
to come out of the door looking showroom condition,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's nice. I think the best part is when obviously it's sat in the unit downstairs, under all the lights, under with all the side lights on it and everything
Yeah.
else, and then people just like the look on their face when they see the car.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's really
It's
good.
cool.
It's really nice to see as well that all of our hard work and efforts have actually paid off.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah, we need to get the day sorted for when everyone's coming down.
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, that open day will be a big one.
Yeah.
And it'll be a case of everyone's welcome.
Yeah, literally any cars,
Literally any car,
any car,
any bike.
bike, anything you want to bring can
Yeah,
come.
if you're in Somerset, just come along. There'll be coffee, there'll be paninis, there'll be all sorts.
Yeah,
And everyone can sort of come over, chill out, have a conversation.
see the place in person.
Yeah, me and you are both photographers. We'll be wandering around with our cameras. I'm a videographer as well, catching some videos, people coming in, leaving, that sort of thing. We'll put a load of bits together for everyone.
Yeah,
And it'll be a nice.
it'll be a nice atmosphere.
Mm.
And yeah, hopefully we get some work out of it and everyone enjoys the day.
Yeah,
Because I know the launch day for this place was massive.
it was huge. I
Everyone,
remember that, yeah.
I didn't come to it because I couldn't make it.
Mm.
But yeah, it looked absolutely incredible.
It was a massive event, that.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
good.
And
I think because I had quite a bit of involvement with the logo and
Yeah.
designing the logo, it was quite nice because that was the first time I came down here, really, to see the place on the open day. And it was really nice to just see that logo up on the wall, and everyone's walking around with bags with that logo on. I'm like,
little goodie bags and stuff
whoa.
which you've handed out.
this feels a bit real now.
Yeah,
It's gone from an idea from when I first knew Zach.
Yeah,
And he started his first wrapping company. It's gone from that idea to something that's real.
yeah,
And it's on a building. There's a huge sign on the side of the building. There's a massive unit with downlights, hex lights above us right now. It's gone from 0 to 100 really quickly.
yeah. And there's the amount of work which is going to be coming through, and the transformation of this place, to come,
Yeah.
is going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's been quite cool to see Zach's vision sort of come to reality,
Yeah,
and then the actual time frame he's done it in is quite impressive.
it's really, really, really nice to see.
Mm.
But yeah, I haven't been here long. I've only really 2 months max.
Yeah, I
But-
guess you haven't, no. Yeah, I mean, I've not been here that long in terms of being here itself.
Yeah,
I moved down
but you've
to
been involved
Somerset.
with the company for ages, haven't
A
you?
long time, yeah. Yeah, a long time.
But yeah, it was since January really. January 2nd was my first day. And before that, I was coming in. I used to work across the road at Ford, and I was a panel beater. So any cars which had dents in them and everything, I used to tap all the dents out, fill over them, get a car ready for the paint shop. It was a lovely atmosphere, but I think the job role itself wasn't for me. This is this detailing side and the wrap and PPF and everything. Even my mentor across the road, my parents, I've been speaking to them about it for so long, saying this is exactly what I want to do. And to have the opportunity pop up with Zach, where he was like, someone's just left the company, I have this job offer for you, are you going to accept it?
That's cool.
It just, I don't know, it just came to reality. It was so nice.
For you, I mean, I remember, so previously before you were here, I used to be coming down with my business and doing photo shoots and taking pictures of the cars, going in and out of the unit, the transformations, videos and all sorts. And every sort of lunchtime, you were here.
Yeah, it was every lunchtime.
Coming
wasn't
along,
it?
taking some pictures, talking
Came
to us
taking
about what's going on.
photos. I remember unwrapping that Jaguar, which we had in.
Yeah, that's the first thing you really did, wasn't it?
Mate, it was a pain. Yeah, that came to us for taking the wrap off, and the previous people who had wrapped it,
Mm.
or the adhesive was stuck behind. But mate, it was a pain. It took like 2 days just to get the adhesive off. It took forever, but it did look good once it came out the door.
Mm. That's cool. And from there, I guess you got that offer and then came here.
Yeah, I came in. It was.
Now
This is
you're-
definitely one of the best opportunities that I've ever had.
Yeah, and I think going from a bigger business like Ford to a smaller business like this, where it's just us in the unit,
Yeah.
and Zach as well. You've gone from sort of a garage environment to a detailing environment.
Yeah, the
It's a really
environment here
clean
is
unit.
so different.
Yeah.
Like across the road, it was so busy, and it was push.
Mhm.
Whereas here, you don't, like bigger companies like that, you don't see behind the scenes of all the work which gets put together. Whereas here, you feel involved with everything. So you're involved with booking the cars in,
Mhm.
speaking to the customers,
Yeah.
calling the customers, checking for updates.
Mhm.
Over my old job, you didn't see any of that.
You
So
get
it's
more
really nice to
personalised
see.
service then.
Yeah,
In terms of there's a couple of us and they'll just speak to us and we all know each other and they all meet all three of us.
yeah,
It's quite nice rather than just getting some work chucked at you
yeah.
and saying
yeah,
do this
essentially.
and then it get chucked about. You don't even see their reaction.
No,
Whereas
like the
here,
background here, like you see the job come in,
Mm.
you do the job, you see the reaction from the customer at the end. It's really satisfying,
Yeah,
and I don't think a lot of people understand that. That's what's good about the job. It's not just the fact that it's what I've wanted to do for ages. It's
just
the
a
fact-
hobby for you.
Yeah, like I come to work, I love it.
yeah,
Yeah, there's times where I'm sat at home, I'm like, I just want to be at work.
yeah.
It's
especially
a
when-
hobby which I've loved for so long.
when you're going from an environment like that to an environment like this. We look what we're sat in right
Yeah,
now.
mate, it's incredible.
You know.
It's really cool.
Even the opportunity to just make your own podcast, introduce yourself, talk to people, and be behind the camera. You wouldn't get to do that anywhere else,
No,
especially in bigger businesses.
it's a really good opportunity which I've had, and I'm really enjoying it.
That's good.
Yeah.
And obviously, being a panel beater, that's led you to your MX-5, right?
Yeah, so
Wide-bodied.
yeah, essentially when I was at Ford, the skills which I learned when I was there relayed into my car. So I took the car off the road. It was off the road for like 2 or 3 years. I had the car for ages. I had the car since I was 17. Before I could even drive, I had that car.
And
So-
you imported it, didn't you?
Huh?
You imported it.
No, so it was already imported from Japan.
Mhm.
The guy previously had imported it, and I bought it off a guy he was like 7 foot. He couldn't even fit in the car, but he was massive. And that's the only reason he sold it. The car had been stored in a garage for ages, and I had the opportunity at Ford. I asked the people over there; they agreed. So I booked a week off of work, took the car into work, did all the welding which needed doing, all the filler work which needed doing, primed the car, painted the car, put the body kit on it. That was fun. Yeah, and it's coming along nicely. There's still a lot to do to it, but
It does look good.
it looks nice. Yeah, it's
looks
nice
cool.
to have the car outside the studio as well.
Yeah, it's a unique thing, that car.
Yeah,
I've not seen another one like it.
no.
And I've done a lot of driving. I've covered a lot of miles on
Yeah.
a car like that.
Yeah,
So it's
to
pretty
have
cool.
the opportunity at 20
Yeah,
to have a car like that is
yeah,
it's really satisfying. I love it.
Mm.
As noisy as it may be.
Yeah, I mean you've decast it. There's nothing in between
There is
the
a
engine
few, yeah,
and
it's
the
just straight
exhaust.
through. But yeah,
So it does make some noise. It spits a few flames,
yeah, quite a few.
but yeah,
But it's not only the fact that I've enjoyed doing it myself, it's the look which I get from driving through town.
yeah,
Like I scroll through TikTok and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
there's
see
my
your
car.
car.
I'm like, what?
yeah.
Like a lot of the times I see people's reactions to the car, like, I love it.
Mhm.
It's really, really nice to see that I'm enjoying the car and other people can enjoy the car at the same time.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like I've had a couple of prom runs already.
Yeah.
Just this year, like I've had people message, and we're only in February.
Mm.
I've had people message like, "I've got a prom on this date. Can you take me?" Yeah.
That's kind of surreal, isn't it?
I don't mind. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's incredible to see. Obviously, I didn't have my prom, which was a shame
Mm.
because we were the year of COVID.
Yeah.
So I didn't have my prom. I didn't do my GCSEs. So I don't know what the feeling's like to go to prom.
Mm.
But I can imagine for him, it's a car
That's
which
special.
is, he really likes.
Yeah.
He messaged me. He was like, "I really like JDM cars."
Mm.
I've seen yours. I like it. Would you take me to prom?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I don't have a problem with taking you to prom. Like it's just surreal seeing that everyone's enjoying the car as much as I am, and there's still more to come. Like this year is going to be huge for the car.
Yeah, you've got rims to go on.
Yeah, I need to put the wheels on. I've got aeroid which I need to put on.
I mean, you're even looking at swapping the gearbox as well.
Yeah, don't start. It's been, I've had the car for 3 years. I said I'm going to do it. I need to do it. I'm desperate to make it a manual.
It's going to be big, and at least you've got a cool environment to do it in.
Yeah, mate. So it is really cool. I've really enjoyed it. And yeah, it's just this year is going to be massive, not only for the car, for the company, and for everyone else, even yourself. Like you've got your own.
Yes,
going on.
I've got obviously I do all the marketing here.
Yeah.
In terms of the branding, any sort of post designs we need to do for events and launches, all that sort of thing will be me. But obviously I've got mine as well. I have Checkmate Media. Obviously it's on the Logic Instagram as well. Work together all the time.
You're doing really well for yourself.
Taking the shots, doing the bits. It's good.
It's coming along nicely. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a nice fit actually. The two brands sitting together. Enjoy it.
What was you doing before Checkmate then?
So before I started Checkmate, before I moved to Somerset. I actually lived in the Midlands.
Yeah.
And I worked at a company called MCA.
Oh right, what?
In Leicester.
Oh yeah.
So it's a motorcycle accessories, but it's owned by a chap who used to race in the British Superbikes, and he did a lot of bike stuff. Dean Ellison, I'm sure some people who watch this might actually know who he is if they're into bikes. He does a lot of rider coaching as well. So they have the bike shop, which is moving locations at the minute. And obviously I left to come down here and start my business and all that sort of thing. But yeah, they've got their bike shop, but he does all of his rider coaching. So he teaches people how to ride on tracks.
So is this like MotoGP or motocross or?
No, so it's track racing.
Okay.
So it's similar to MotoGP.
Yeah.
He used to be British Superbikes based, so it's a bit smaller than MotoGP.
Yeah.
But I believe his brother James Ellison used to race, or still does race, in the MotoGP or BSB. I don't quite know, but something on that thing. I'm sure people can Google him. If I'll pop a link below or something.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of videography and photography for him and his shop, and I used to be in the shop quite a lot, and I'd be sat there editing pictures, videos of bikes. I'd go to tracks like Alton Park, or places like Cadwell, just to take shots of him. I went to Mallory and did a whole video thing on the Project Racer, which was a chap who worked there called Finn.
Oh, nice.
Doing his ACU test and learn how to ride a bike on a track, and Dean sort of like held his hand in doing it. It was really good.
That's nice to see.
It was quite a cool experience, and that's what sort of sparked me to start my thing.
Yeah.
Was because I enjoyed going to the different tracks. Obviously I'm into cars,
Yeah.
but I like bikes too. So it was nice to be in the racetrack environment, hearing the bikes fly past all the time, working in the pit lane. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like a really cool experience.
Yeah, it was good. I'm really grateful for it, and that sort of slingshotted me into what I do now. In terms of all the marketing and bits here.
Yeah.
I do all my own shoots.
I was going to say, I'm sure that would, like the previous work which you've done, I'm sure that teaches you a hell of a lot of
very helpful.
Photography and videography.
Yeah, very helpful. I've done some crazy shoots recently. Modelling shots, photos and videos. McLarens and all that sort of thing. It's good fun.
Yeah.
And it just works hand in hand with what I do here, in terms of
it all ties in here, really, doesn't it?
It
like
does.
People don't see the background of the photography aspect.
No, they don't.
It's not just the detail in the cars. It's everything else which comes with it.
Taking the picture and making sure there's nothing in the background of the picture, and then you got the post editing.
Yeah.
Which takes a while.
That takes ages. Editing is the biggest.
Yeah, and then obviously I do the video editing, so I'm going to be putting together the reels.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot longer than you'd expect. Yeah. But it's very rewarding, especially when people start commenting.
It's really nice.
If people comment and say they like the video, people comment and say that this is cool, I want to book in, and etc. It means I've done what I do correctly.
Yeah.
And it's quite satisfying to see that.
How did you find working your way around the camera? Because personally, to start is very difficult.
When you start out, it's just pure confusion.
It is.
All the settings, you have absolutely no idea what any of it does. but you just sort of learn as you go along. My dad was a big influence. He
Oh,
knows
nice.
a lot about photography, and he sort of taught me the ropes, and I've ran from there. I mean, now I do, outside of here with my business Checkmate, I do photo shoots with martial arts gyms,
Yeah.
different people's cars. I do sports photography. I've done fast jets, you name it. I mean, it's, if it needs a picture, I'll take a picture of it,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
I think there's a lot of photographers out there who are starting off, and the videos and the pictures which come up on Instagram, a lot of people get jealous and they try to edit or try too hard on photos, for example. So they're trying to compete. It's like competitive, isn't it?
It's very
really
competitive.
competitive at the moment.
Very.
And you've got all the youngsters who go to the car meets, like the teenagers, 13, 14.
Yeah.
They go to the car meets, they've got these cameras, which are worth thousands.
Yeah, some of them are like ridiculous.
And the photos which they come out with is incredible.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
these are like 14.
Yeah, they've got so
It's
much
incredible.
talent. They just need. I find
Direction.
with Instagram, yeah, they need direction. I find with Instagram, a lot more people have directed to a GoPro. They have a GoPro on
Yeah,
while
I've
they're taking
seen
their
that.
photos. It looks really cool.
It's cool. And you know what? With our open day that we're going to do, I would encourage young photographers. There's going to be a lot of cars. There's going to be a lot of people in different vehicles. It'll range from like modified Polos to 720Ss and,
Yeah, it's
and
gonna-
even higher than
yeah,
that,
it's gonna
and
be
bikes.
cool.
Those young photographers would be a great opportunity for them to come in, and we'll obviously shout them out
Yeah, of course.
on all of our pages and
The photos
share
can be
their
put on
photos.
the page.
Yeah, and it'd
tag
be a
them.
great opportunity for them to sort of get their name out there too.
Yeah, it's,
So
yeah.
yeah, if they can make it to the event, even if you don't have to have a car to come along, they can make it to the event. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah, it's just competitive. That's the only issue.
It is competitive, but it's also if you're just taking pictures as a hobbyist and you occasionally get paid for it, that's a win for them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd encourage all young photographers to come along to the event and take pictures of all the cars, talk to people. We're both photographers. We'll happily talk to them.
Yeah, we'll give
You
them
know.
advice.
Give them some pointers.
Yeah, and I think it's not just that event, is it? We're going to be holding events the entire year. So
Yeah.
it's not just going to be our reopen day of this year
No,
or
no.
whatever.
That's just that sort of open day is just the start.
It's just
it's
like an
more like-
introduction of the transformation. of
Yeah,
this place.
it's to show off the transformation. We'll have a really cool car sat in the unit for people to come and take pictures of and look at, and that'll just be effectively what's like the start of a huge staircase of events that we'll run.
Yeah.
So when people come along, any owners clubs.
Yeah, the owners club are big as well.
Yeah, any owners clubs. Genuinely, we've had our bath already.
Yeah, that was
a
really
cool
good
little
turnout.
event.
That was really nice.
They really enjoyed that, and we got a few showcase cars come along.
Yeah.
So we had the Abarth, we had a couple of McLarens turn up, and that Polo.
We had another
was
MX-5 turn
cool.
up.
We had another MX-5.
That Polo is mental.
Yeah, he's a great customer.
It's really nice. Yeah.
It is awesome. I'm sure I can pop some clips of it, but it is so cool.
It is really cool. And to have customers that loyal as well to the company.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really nice to see. It's not just the fact that they come in and they go.
No.
Like
It
to have
actually-
customers like the Polo
Yeah,
and the RS6.
yeah.
It's really nice to see that they come back and they trust us enough with their car.
Yeah, it's nice because for a lot of people that come here, it doesn't matter what car it is. It's their thing.
It's their pride and joy.
They love it,
Yeah.
and to know that they trust us with that car to look after it and do what we said we were going to do with the car is really nice.
Yeah.
I think
nice to
it's
see.
a good thing, and it's nice to build up. Like again, with a business like this, we can build up a personal relationship with customers.
Yeah, it's not just
You
you
know.
come in, it's the conversations which we have with them, the advice which we give.
Yeah, and then we always, when we're walking around the cars, we've finished the ceramic coating or something, we always float ideas of different mods and that sort of thing, and point them in
it's always-
directions that would look kind of cool.
Yeah, it's good to see. And we're also expanding, aren't we? Like the work which is coming in, we're getting
Yeah.
a lot more people coming in for
Yes.
RAV
Yeah.
and PPF.
PPF is a big one.
Yeah, it's massive.
And PPF's really interesting actually because if you have like a new car or a fairly new car, and you PPF the front of it, obviously it protects it.
Yeah.
If you do miles, if you do, even just back lanes where there's tractors driving around or grit on the floor, especially in the winter.
I think PPF's one of these things where it's been around for a while now, but people don't understand
there's
what
not
it
much
is.
awareness of it
No.
at all. There's the realm of understanding of PPF is really low.
Because it's a film, it's thick.
Yeah,
but it's
very
see-through.
You'd never know it's on there.
No, you wouldn't know it's on there.
But I think the coolest part is the self-healing.
Yeah, that's really
So
cool.
when the stone flies up and what would chip the bonnet, it just dents the PPF, and then the PPF heals itself.
Yeah, it's really cool to see.
It is,
and to
really
see that it's come that far, really.
So people can say if you buy a random example, a brand new 520D, and all you do is motorway miles to London and back, or you just travel, your business meetings here, there. It's ideal because if you're on the motorway, you obviously get stone chips,
especially with the grit lorries about at the moment.
That's one thing
I
we've
got
had to deal
the
with.
other day by one.
That will really protect the paintwork.
Yeah,
it's
like the guarantee on it is ridiculous. It's like almost lifetime. It's what they guarantee because it's that strong, and it's like, have you seen the video of that Porsche, which was it was in Germany? I think it was Germany. Anyway, the car had got hit by a tyre, so there was tyre marks the entire way down the side of this white, I think it's a GT3, down the entire car, and it had paint protection film on it.
Yeah.
And they peeled the PPF off, and the car was fine. They re-put PPF on it. I'll have to show you the video, mate. It's honestly insane. It's really cool to see.
Well, it's like we had a Tesla in, didn't we?
Yeah.
Before, and it was wrapped in purple.
Yeah.
And that got crashed into. And we took the wrap off, and underneath the paintwork was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So if you wrap or PPF your car, you're protecting your paintwork. I mean, if someone crashed into the side of it, and the car was fine, it was really, really odd. It's just that.
It's cool to see as well.
Yeah. A thin layer can protect a car.